I want to talk to you about closing a business deal. When we go to somebody and we are trying to shake hands with him on some business deal, I want to sell something to him. So when I sit in front of him, we discuss, and after the discussion is over, somehow that doesn't get closed. The person says, okay, I will think about it. You call me later on, I will have to talk to this guy, that guy, I will talk to my CA and this and that. And that doesn't get closed. Closed in the sense, whatever you are selling, he accepts that and he pays the compensation for that, that is money. But most of the time, it doesn't happen. It is like you go and meet 10 people, maybe 1 or 2 people will say, okay, let us go ahead. I want to talk to you about why that happens and how we can avoid that, how we can improve our ratio of meeting and business. Now, please understand it carefully. When we meet somebody, as far as communication goes, 3 things happen. 3 things happen as far as communication goes. First thing is, we tell something to the person sitting opposite us. What we tell about? We tell about our product, our service, what we are here for. We tell. We keep on talking about our own selves. That is one tell. Other one is we ask. And what will be the third? Which is most neglected. But because of that third, the third thing decides whether you will get the deal or not. So tell, ask and listen. Listen. So we generally ignore that. So when we go to somebody and we are trying to sell something to him, we are so much in love with our own product or service, and we are totally convinced that this is the best and he should have it. And we keep on talking about that product or service, how good it is. It is about talking about goggle when the opposite person may be blind. So instead of talking about goggle, I should understand whether he needs it. So how will I know that he needs it or not? Who will tell me? That person will tell me. So when I meet somebody, I should talk less. I should tell less. I should ask more, and I should listen the maximum. So you ask him something and you attentively listen to what he's saying. Why should attentively listen? We are trying to find out his need, his problem. What problem he's currently going through in his life, which your product can take care of. So unless I know the problem he is facing, I will not be able to sell my product. So when we are selling just a product, we are just selling a product. We should not sell product, we should sell solution to his problems. But when you say solution, unless you know the problem, how will you talk about solution? So you cannot talk about solution. So we talk about product. We keep on talking about product. Nobody wants product, people want solution. Okay. So what happens is I just keep on telling and he is not interested. And we come out and say he is not interested. But the main issue is he is not interested because we are not interesting. If I am interesting, he will be interested. And when I want to talk to you, I am talking to you. When you will be interested in me, when I talk about you, not about me, because everybody loves himself. So when I go to somebody, I have to talk about him, not about the product of mine, about him. And I should encourage him to talk. The more he talks and the more you listen, see, I'm using the word listen. There's one more word called hear. Hear. There's a huge difference between hearing and listening. Hearing is whatever he's saying, it is just going through your ears, that's all. But listening is whatever he's saying, you have understood that and you have also understood what he has not said. So listening is hearing the unsaid. What he has said, I have heard. But what he has not said, I have listened. So if he's saying, I don't have money, so you have heard, he's saying, I don't have money. But hearing is, I don't have money. But listening is trying to find out what he's saying. I don't have money means I don't have money in my pocket, in my bank, I'm broke. Or I don't have money to give it to you. So I have money, but I don't want to give for this product. And the other thing is, I don't have money at all. So that is not an objection, that is a condition. His condition is not that he's not able to buy this. So you go in a showroom of Mercedes and they say it is costing 65 lakhs. So when you say I don't have money, so that means you don't have money in the bank to buy that, or you want to buy a Jaguar or something else. So one has to listen what he is not saying. So in a business deal, when you sit in front of somebody, so these 3 things happen: tell, ask, listen. I'm not saying all deals will be cracked with this formula, but the formula I'm giving you, your success ratio will skyrocket. God has given us 1 mouth and 2 ears. So we should use it accordingly. We should listen double talk half. So we go to somebody, we tell very briefly, but we start asking. We start asking open-ended questions. So again, there are two types, open-ended and close-ended. If I ask you what is your name, so that's a close-ended question. So you'll give me one answer. The answer will be specific. If I were to ask you open-ended question, I will say, how do you feel today? What is your opinion about, say, Prime Minister of India? How do you think India is doing? So this question you may talk for half an hour. I should give you open-ended questions so that you talk a lot. And when you are talking, I'm listening. Listening for what? I'm trying to search for your problem in what you're talking. Because like in Sholay, Amjad Khan says, गब्बर के ताप से, उसके प्रॉब्लम से आपको एक ही आदमी बचा सकता है. कौन? खुद गब्बर. मतलब in this case also it is the same thing. What customer wants, only he will tell you. Most of the time people say selling is about telling and selling is about talking so beautifully that you mesmerize him. It is wrong. I have done business development, sales, marketing for 30 years. I am talking to you not from book. I am talking to you from my experience. It doesn't work. So our job is to understand his problem and then position our product. Please understand, then position our product not as a product but as a solution. So in this tell, ask and listen, the ratio should be 10, 20, 70. You should tell for 10% of the time which you are sitting in front of him. If you are with him for 100 minutes, 10 minutes you should tell, 20 minutes you should ask, and 70 minutes you should listen. And also, mind my words, also you have to understand what he is trying to hide, and that will give you his problem, and then you can position your product as a solution, and he will give you the check and the deal will be closed. So now, for example, I will give you an example where you are selling this whiteboard markers. So you are selling whiteboard markers. So if you go to somebody and you are trying to sell him this, then you will talk about this marker does this and that and this from this company, and this will go on for so many months or years, and the price is so competitive and this and that. In the market they are selling at this price, I am selling at this price, they have this, I have this, and all these things will keep on doing. And he will, at the end of your discussion, at the end of your telling, he will say, I don't want, and then the sale goes and you just walk off. Now instead of that, suppose you had just spoken to him, talked to him as a friend. Now again, there is a skill that how to make the person open and how to make the person talk to you, because it's not easy. Unless you sell yourself to him that I am good, I am somebody, I can really add value to your life, he will not talk to you. So that's a different topic altogether. But if he keeps on talking to you, and while talking, suddenly he has an urge of scratching his back. So he's trying to reach that spot where he has to scratch his back, but he's not able to. So suddenly you give that pen to him and say, you scratch with this pen. Now with your pen he scratches and he feels good. And now if you say, this is the pen which will take care of that urge of scratching, he will pay you right now. So now this pen is not meant for scratching the back, but his problem was solved by this pen. So whatever solution the pen gives or the product gives, that doesn't necessarily be the solution he wants. You may not know what solution this pen gives. Now in this case, you came to know that this pen can be used for scratching the back also. The person also understood why not, and he paid. So please understand the need of the customer, and that you can do by only listening. See, when you give 2 ears to the customer, customer will give you his heart. He will tell you from inside, this is what I want, this is my problem. This is not a business only. You take any relationship will collapse if the listening is not happening. So we have to just let the other person, your friend, your wife, your kids, your mother, father, you just go and listen, and your relationship will be strong. Not only personal or professional, across the board, relationships will be stronger, and you will be happy, you will be wanted, you will be the star of every party, every meeting, everywhere they will be trying to get you, because you are a good listener. Okay, thank you very much. My name is Prashant Sawant, signing off. God bless you. Thank you.